Good morning. Today we're going to do some repotting. My cousin had given me some cuttings from some of her plants, and she also gave me these beautiful blue and white pots, and I just love the pattern. Also, I've been keeping these succulents in this sugar mold in my bathroom window for quite some time. They've been doing really well, especially this string of pearls is kind of going crazy, but I do need to get them out of these plastic pots. I need to turn this over and drill some drain holes and get these planted properly so that they'll do a lot better. First, I'm going to mix up some soil for these pots. I'm going to start with potting soil, then add some cactus soil mix, then add some perlite. I'm doing this to ensure the soil draws out between waterings. Cactus mix is quick draining and doesn't retain as much moisture as general potting mix. Perlite is the white substance you sometimes see in potting soil. Perlite helps keep the soil from compacting and keeps it well draining. Because these are houseplants and our house is kept really cool, I wanted to make sure that the plants don't rot as they sit in damp soil for too long. We have some Pothos and some Philodendron here to put in these cute little blue and white pots. To propagate Pothos and Philodendron, make sure you cut below the node or the bump in the stem. That's where the roots grow from. Can you see where these roots are forming? If you were to cut above the last node, it wouldn't grow any roots. Make sure the node is submerged in water. Change to fresh water about once a week, but make sure you top off any evaporated water in the meantime. Now we're just going to add some soil to the pot. From what I understand, you should wait until the roots grow to 1 to 2 inches before potting in soil. I believe these took 4 to 6 weeks to form. And just holding the cutting in the center with one hand, I can fill the pot with the soil mix with the other. This is a Philodendron Heart leaf. I decided to keep the labels and place them on the bottom of the pots so I don't forget which is which. This one is a Cebu blue Pothos. I'll admit that I don't have a lot of houseplants. I'm a minimalist decorator for sure, but I definitely want to add more plants. These are a great start. These plants in particular add oxygen to the room and help filter toxins out of the air. This is also a great way to share with friends. If your plant is getting too long, just cut some off and root it for a friend. It made me very happy to receive these. Next is the Philodendron Brazil with these beautiful variegated leaves. The fourth pot is this grayish terracotta color. I just love this one and I know just where I want to put it. We'll plant the satin pothos in this one. Now let's cut some drain holes in this old sugar mold. I bought this at an antique store a few years ago. These sugar molds are really pretty decorations for the house. You can put candles in them or succulents like I'm doing, but their original use was back before granulated sugar. Melted sugarcane syrup was poured into the holes and removed after it was hardened. It was sold in the cone shape. When a recipe called for sugar, chunks of cane syrup were cut off and added to the recipe. Small succulent pots fit in these holes so perfectly. You can certainly keep your succulent in the pot if you don't want to cut drain holes. I just thought my plants would be happier in more soil as they grow bigger. I'm just using straight succulent potting mix for these. I had placed some leaves in the soil that came off a while back. It took a long time, but they're growing new plants now. That's all you have to do with succulents. Remove a leaf, place it on top of the soil, and wait for it to grow a new plant. I'll go ahead and place these in the soil just where they were and wait for them to grow bigger before I give them their own pot. The taller plant is a jade plant and it's very easy to grow. And these are a string of pearls. See this little tiny plant growing from the leaf? This is some type of echeveria. Aren't these all so pretty? I just love them. I took them outside on the porch so I could water them in really well. hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one.